As promised, back here in the studio with Doyle Richmond. And Doyle, you have been in the real estate game up here in Summit County for how long?
20 years.
20 years. That's
Yeah.
that's a good amount of time, Doyle.
Yeah, it is a good amount of time.
You've definitely seen kind of some fluctuations, you know?
Ups and downs. I've been working
Yeah.
on my hair, though, for the last
Right, and I have to
5
tell you,
years. I'm
it's
getting
looking
better.
really good. It's
Thank
looking
you.
really good. So what's going on in real estate right now? Do you feel like it's a good time to be buying, to be selling? What's it feel like?
Yeah, our market had a correction, like a lot of markets across the country. We hit a peak in end of 2007, first part of 2008, and we had some price corrections. But from a positive standpoint, the market did not drop as much as it did in other
Right.
areas. Historically speaking, our market will go up and down like a lot of other markets. But we've seen a definite increase in the level of activity. We've seen a number of properties actually sell for more than the last comps. So it's impossible to put your finger exactly on a market, but doing this now for 20 years and seeing markets, as you said, go up and down, there seems to be some pretty good indication that this is the right time to buy, with interest rates really being low, and eventually the market will turn around and start going back up again.
Sure.
On a regular basis here in Summit County for a number of years. So I think that the most important thing is, when people make a purchase up here, is find a place that brings enjoyment to you, whatever that is, as a family, as a couple, as an individual, and obviously that's worth a lot. And as people tell me all the time, my kids are only so at this age for so long.
Right, right.
So they want those experiences, and it's great. I think that a lot of people realize that you can buy a property, you can keep it for yourself and your family and friends, or you can buy a property and rent it out some over a period of time and help some people cover the costs. You can do a partial share market. They're flipping through Keystone and showing different areas right now. But you could buy a partial property. I just closed on one yesterday. Spectacular $1 million type property. You pay a quarter of the price. You pay a quarter of the expenses. You pay a quarter of everything, and you get to use it for 25% out of the year. And
Right.
you can trade amongst your people, so amongst the other owners. So it's kind of like, instead of trying to get a family and group of friends to go purchase a property together, you can actually have your individual interest into the property. So there's all different levels, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I love the fact too that if people have questions about real estate, I think it's so important to be comfortable with obviously who you're dealing with, and knowing that they have the knowledge to kind of back up what's going on, because it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. And in my opinion, Doyle, if I was going to buy a place up here, which I would like to at some point, you are going to be my realtor, because
great.
I just know that you and Dave you're so professional. You have so much knowledge about the market up here, and I feel completely confident that if I said, hey Doyle, I'm really looking at the $1.5 million range. Yeah, right. But if I did that, I know that you would be able to help me find the best deal out there for me.
It's a great compliment, and thank you very much, because we've known each other for a number of years. And I think that Dave and I try to take that approach. What you just said is that whether someone's buying a $200,000 property or $2 million property, it's a big purchase. And whether it's a local or a secondary home. So it's a big purchase, and you just don't go, oh, I kind of like the color of that shirt, I'm just going to buy it.
Right.
It's a significant amount of money, and so you need to understand the market. And a lot of times our clients are with us, 1, 2, 3 years, and they make a purchase.
Right.
Other times people are really ready to make that purchase. They've been coming up to Brackenridge, Keystone, Copper, Silverthorne, just anywhere in Summit County, go, you know what, I'm ready to make a purchase, but I really don't know where. And they spend time with us, and we help them get through the process. And then others, already own up here, and then, they're saying, hey, can you help us sell a property? So Dave and I have been real fortunate, in this market, tough markets, to be able to make a lot of sales for both buyers and sellers. And I think that's a great testament to the approach you said, where we want to make sure we treat people how that you want to be treated. And from a seller standpoint, get the property price right, educate them on that, get them the right expectations. From the buyer standpoint, educate them, find them the best deals, and put those parties together.
And what's the best way for people to get in touch with you? Maybe if they are, thinking about looking over the weekend, or, possibly next week, whatever it might be. What's the best way?
Well, they did a great job up there on the screen. So if they're not looking at the screen, there's my phone number, 970-390-9240. It's my cell connected to my hip. And then DoyleRichmond.com is a great site to go on where you can look at every single property that exists in the county. You can do a quick search as they're highlighting
Pointing out right there.
and you can put, the number of bedrooms and all that stuff. Or you can go down to our featured properties, which is down at the bottom of the page, and you can look at all the great listings we have. We typically have anywhere from 30 to 50 listings, and we think we have some spectacular priced properties.
Well, I would definitely recommend that you get in touch with Doyle. And what are you doing this weekend? Do you have your Halloween costume picked out?
Yeah, I got my Halloween costume picked out. This is a little plug for my wife, and we've been going through some medical situations for a while, and she's coming back, and we're gonna have a big celebration, cancer-free party for her, and a birthday party for her. It's both her 37th tomorrow and a big cancer-free party for her.
That's awesome.
So we're gonna dress up as a family and play a certain theme, and a lot of
Oh,
other
I
people
love
will join
it.
us. So
I'm
hopefully
excited. I'm
all
excited.
those people out there that have got those Evites, so come on by and
Yeah.
have some fun.
Oh man. Well, Rebecca, happy birthday, and we're so excited that you're back and that just can't wait
it's
to
awesome.
to celebrate. So, Doyle, thank you for coming on. It's always a pleasure to have
Thank you very
here.
much.
And we're going to take a break. We've got more coming your way, so don't go anywhere.